Rushy here. Welcome to my lightning guide for BA Healer. If you're already an experienced healer, or you're looking for speed methods, you'd be better off checking the links in the description. Torso Hunters welcome, and let's get started. Let's start off with some recommended roulette plugins and settings. First, the GPU plugin with increased draw distance is a great plugin to use in general when playing OSRS. It increases the field of view and allows you to see and click further into the distance when pathing. This can be very helpful when playing BA. Next, if you're playing on resizable mode, Stretched Mode plugin is a game changer since it increases your inventory size and makes it easier to spam food on the healers. Lastly, the Barbarian Assault plugin should be on by default. This will allow you to monitor your teammates' remaining hit points while playing. It'll also give you a countdown timer to let you know when the next call change is coming up. For the healer role, your inventory should be completely empty. For equipment, you can bring weight reducing gear or some melee armor if you're low HP or defense. Starting each wave, you should try to stock up as quickly as you can to reduce the amount of time it takes to start poisoning those healers. A common mistake I see is that some players want to fill their healing vial as soon as possible. It is the healer role after all. But that's actually very inefficient, since the monsters can't really do much damage early on. Sometimes, or maybe I should say most of the time on World 306, you'll encounter attackers, the collector, or in some cases even the defender running up the middle of the map. This is bad for you since it lures your healers to the west, making it more difficult for you to manage. Rule of thumb for BA is that rangers and fighters should be kept mostly to the west, and healers and runners kept mostly to the east. If you notice someone running mid, politely ask them to change their pathing at the start of the wave, and hopefully they'll comply. If not, you may need to change your pathing instead. Once you've hopefully convinced your teammates to path correctly at the start of the wave, you should aim to wrap around the east side of the eastern cannon to start poisoning your healers. This gives the healers the best chance to stay east since they're not being dragged west to begin with. You damage healers by using the poison food called by the defender. Once you poison a healer, it will start taking damage over time, once every 3 seconds or 5 game ticks. Because you're dealing damage over time, you should try to get 1 food into each new healer that spawns to maximize your total damage output. You can also speed up the process by spamming food onto one healer, causing it to take large amounts of damage in a short time frame. This can be useful if you have extra food in your inventory and no other healers to poison or repoison. Be careful though, as you don't want to run out of food too soon and have none left to poison a new spawn. In the later waves, 6 and above, you'll need to start worrying about repoisoning. 1 food won't be enough to fully kill a healer since the poison damage eventually wears off. Because of this, you need to put another food into each healer at some point to refresh the clock. If you miss a repoison, you can end up with a situation like this where the healer just barely stays alive and you'll need to chase it down wherever it might be. The easiest way to tell if a healer can or should be repoisoned is if it's taking 3s, 2s, or 1s instead of 4s. Also for the later waves, 6 and above, the amount of food you have in one inventory will probably not be enough to kill all the healers. Because of this, and due to the random and uncertain nature of which food will be called next, it's a good idea to restock more food after the second call. Only at this time should you start thinking about filling your healing vial. Take a quick look at the HP display and fill your vial now, then restock, then take care of any low HP teammates if needed. After making some clutch heals, or not, run back east and clean up any repoisons and spam down any high or full HP healers that remain to end the wave. It's normal that the healer will finish last in the later waves, so don't worry. It might be a good idea to use 2 healers for wave 10, since the queen can pretty easily out DPS 1 level 1 healer. Even 2 is cutting it close, to be honest. The only reason I'm solo healing here is because I'm already level 5 and can keep up with the damage. Before the queen spawns, it's a good idea to fill your vial and heal all your teammates, even if they're close to full HP, since they might be poisoned. Your job as healer is to receive the yellow eggs from the collector, dip them in poison, and hand them off to an attacker. Don't get too carried away though, since your teammates might need heals still while you're prepping the eggs. The only thing left to do is to shoot the queen. Spam Omega Egg as fast as you can so that you can maybe sneak in an extra few hits per egg, and she should go down. Healer is one of the most complex roles in BA, but with these tips you should be breezing through the waves. Be sure to like and comment if you want to see more like this, and thanks for watching.